If you are a Nigerian, you stay outside the shores of Nigeria, this video is for you. I think this video is going to give us reason why we must fix our homes. No matter how comfortable you think you get outside, there's every need for you to have your home in order. I can't believe I saw this video of the South Africans, how they are treating non-foreigners, as in non-South Africans, other foreign nations, fellow Africans, and I could have only but weep. Sending them out of their medical facilities because they are not known now. Not when Africa needed to unite most, with South Africans be acting like this. But before I will continue, let me show us the video.
If you know that you are not a South African citizen, may you please stand up and leave our hospital. Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. If you are not a South African citizen, please leave our hospital. You need to go and seek medical attention from a private facility, not here anymore.
We are supporting March in March organization. We have started already here to activate hospitals, and the message is very clear. We don't want foreign nationals, documents, no documents.
You are a refugee. Yes. You came here legally. They could have directed you to the camp. Yeah. So they could have, whoever who allowed you to be a refugee here, not unless you bought your document. So whoever who allowed you here.
The problem is if I'm not South Africa doesn't even have a single doesn't have a refugee camp. I'm not in the camp.
Okay.
Whose problem is it if I'm not?
Let me answer you then.
Bring the camp so I can go to.
Okay.
Which country do you come from?
I'm from Congo.
Congo.
You're from Congo. What is the nearest country to Congo? If you're seeking refuge in South Africa, because according to foreign policy,
you're supposed to go to
migrate to them.
You're supposed
so you cannot come to South Africa, seek refuge in a wrong country and ask us silly questions, ma'am.
No, the government.
Which government?
The government.
Which government? Which government you're talking about?
Let me tell you something. Shh, keep quiet. We don't have time to reason with foreigners. Leave, my guy. Leave.
Go, ma'am.
No.
Let's go, ma'am.
Shush. Leave. Leave.
Let's go.
We don't reason with foreigners. We don't want the reason.
You ran away from your problems. You came here. You have your own government. Go vote there.
So I believe you saw that and you heard them loud and clear. That was the South African authorities sending all other nationality out of their medical facilities, saying they have no right to get services from the South African public hospitals. That if they must get anything, they should go to the private hospitals, perhaps because the public hospital have some benefit for the citizens. That was a very dubious one from the South Africans, a very divisive act. Not a very good one. You get the point now. But meanwhile, let me use this opportunity to send a message to fellow Africans nationals who felt it's always best to run away from home when you have problem rather than fixing it. That is what you get outside. Imagine if all the country where my fellow Nigerians are dominated decide to go this way. Where will you run to? Because most of you run away from home because home is not good. And majority of you out there supporting that same thing that send you away from home. How does it make sense? And you heard what they told that man from Congo. They said that's how they ran away from their problems and they come here to give us burdens. That's exactly how it is. If your home was good as a Congolese, if your home was good as a Nigerian, if your home was good as a Kenyan or as a Ghanaian, you would not be in South Africa. If you are there, you will only be there as an expatriate, not as a refugee or an immigrant. They will respect you. When we see an American in Africa, we worship them. When we see a Chinese in Africa, we worship them. But when they see us in their country, we are refugees. That's because they have a good home. When they are in our territory, they came for business. But when we are in their territory, reverse is the case. Why can't African leaders just wake up for once to say, let's fix Africa? Majority of the Africans that live outside Africa, because of bad governance in Africa, when will you come together to say, let's fix our home? What if the entire world today decide to do against Africans what the South Africans have just done or are doing against their fellow brothers? What will become of us? Where are we going to turn to? This doesn't make sense. And as for you stupid South Africans, I laugh at your ignorance. You think you don't live outside the shores of South Africa? What about your businesses domiciled all over the African countries? The multi-choice, the MTN, these are businesses belonging to South Africans, right? But I think in response to this, there's another video I also want to show us. And I think if all African countries go according to this video, the South Africans, they will learn, and they should learn the hard way. Watch this video.
therefore wish to officially ask all South African businesses, please, journalists, do not edit this. Say it the way I'm saying it, that South Africans henceforth should leave Nigeria with all their businesses. Nigerian students are not joking about it, and we are giving 7 days ultimatum for this.
That was a response from the Nigerian Student Union. I think that is what every other African nation ought to have done against these South Africans. They think they are not outside, because really, I can't really find most of them around in my country. I have to be very sincere. Perhaps they have a better system in their country that works for them. Even some of my friends that live there, they keep telling me good things about the South African system. It works for the citizens. Perhaps they hardly go outside. But their businesses, the resources that keep South Africa running, the businesses are littered all around all other African countries. So what if you are asked to leave and go back home? What will become of that your economy you're boasting of? So this video that we just saw, should every other African country decide to take actions like this against the South Africans, what will the world say? So please, my advice on this video is, we must all try to fix our country. It is very important. I think that's the message the South Africans have just sent. Running away to get greener pasture out there isn't bad, but contribute to your home building. No place like home, like they say. It's not just a mere saying. It is fact. Those of you living on a foreign soil knows how far. I've been through all West Africa. I've spent years in African countries. I know what it takes when you are not in your home. You don't compare. It's never the same. So what South Africa have just done, or what they've been doing against neighboring countries, is really, really bad. While we have the likes of Ibrahim Traore trying to make Africa a united force against the West, we have some animals in South Africa trying to be a rebel against their own brother. You in South Africa, can you do what you just did to your fellow Africans to an American? If there was an American in that hospital, if there was a Chinese there, would you dare such rubbish? Of course you would not. So when will Africa stand to say we are one and only brothers, to be able to have this resistance against the West, who have taken us for a ride all these years? So I don't know when this will stop, but we fellow Africans that live outside our country, being you a Nigeria, being you a Ghanaian, being you a Togolese, Gambia, fix your home. It's very important. I'm sure we understand with what we have seen in South Africa. So please help me share this video, and don't fail to comment your thoughts and opinion. Follow this page if you're already not following, and I see you again in my next video.